Time to put my second coat on of the quick set. Okay, now I can still use my 3-inch knife if I want to. I just have to be kind of careful with it. And you know, most of your small patches you can do with it. You know, you can just blend in everything. But this patch looks a little big, and I guess I could do it. I want to try to get it as smooth as I can, knowing that I'm going to put all-purpose joint compound over this afterwards, but I can take my wider knife. This is a 6. See there? Look at that. I can do that. And I don't have to get it any smoother than that, because my all-purpose joint compound will do the rest. Just wanting to get the low voids of what the first coat missed. You know what I mean? If I wouldn't have done that, and if I would have waited and just done that with the all-purpose joint compound, if you've got little areas that are still deep, when your coat of all-purpose joint compound dries, it could shrink just enough to have you see the patch again. And that's what we're trying to avoid, aren't we? We're trying to avoid that by all means. So that's what the second coat of Quickset's going to do for you. Okay, we're going to take all the thought process out. I don't want to guess, and I don't want to put 2 coats of all-purpose joint compound over these little patches, because that's going to increase my time on this project by at least another day, and I don't want that. Okay? Because the all-purpose joint compound, it needs the entire coat to dry all the way. Okay? And usually you're going to have to wait until the next day to assure that it's dried all the way before you put the next coat on. That's what we're trying to prevent here, because these are patches, right? They're patches. We want to get this job done. We don't want it to extend the time frame any more than we have to, do we? That's why, since I got the Quickset here, I'm just going to keep using it. Doesn't hurt anything. Even if you want to put the all-purpose joint compound on today, you still can, depending what time it is, because the Quickset should dry enough to allow you to do that. That's what we're trying to achieve. Now I can come down straight to create my straight line here if I want. Or if you want to go that way, you know, you'll have to do it a slightly different way. You know, you'd have to go this way. But you decide that, how you want that. Trick is, once you go one direction and then back over here, you got to have a nice straight hand at that. If you don't get it perfect, get it as best you can, knowing that once that dries enough, all you have to do is come back and put just a little bit of quickset exactly where you need it. Okay, so now I'm bringing it out just a little bit further to the left, you know, this way, because I put mud in on the inside. So now I have to bring it out to the left. When I'm over here, I have to bring it out to the right further. So I got to extend that over a little bit further. And like I say, if I get a few little ridges on there, that's fine. If they're very, very thin, I know the coat of all-purpose joint compound will cover that without shrinking too much. Let's see, I got a little bit of a line there. I can leave that. When it dries, I can lightly scrape that off. That's if you can't wipe that off properly. Okay. Let's get you down there. Right there in the corner. I can bring this out a little bit. Now I can concentrate on the corner. I can get it right on the tip and put it in like that and then come up. Or I can resituate it and get it right on the edge and then come up like that. Okay. Have a light touch on there. You can't, like I say, you can't be heavy-handed at this. And it's going to take some practice. There's no two ways about that. Okay, see, I'm bringing it over to the right a little bit further. Now I can finish it up right here in the inside corner like that. Got a little ridge there, I can leave it just like that. Okay? And then move on to the next bit. Always moving and getting your work done. Like I say, I just have this thing about putting 2 coats on. It's the first coat that much better, and it doesn't really take that long. This one I just kind of went over a questionable bit, and so see, I'm just skinning over it, and it doesn't take much to do that. Now these patches go on so much easier too the second time because you've got that back surface of the quickset on there first. You know, you'll see it's 2 coats is the way to go when you're using quickset.